Every Day starts right now.
Friends with Kids. It's a new comedy, but is it ever a good idea to make a baby with someone who's just a friend? It's a growing trend, and we'll dish. We talked about movies a lot on the show today, and there's a new movie coming out about the growing trend of having kids with just basically a friend. So you skip the marriage and just have a baby with a buddy.
I will be 100% committed to this half the time. May I approach the bench?
Oh my God! We've always wanted you guys to get together. Oh no!
No.
You're not getting together. You're just going to do it one time and have a kid.
Yes.
Totally makes sense to me.
Yep, this is Friends with Kids, and it comes out on Friday. It turns out more people are actually doing this. There's even a website dedicated to helping people find someone to have a kid with. Yep, so can it really work? That's the question.
So we have a relationship expert in the house, Carolyn, joining us right now to talk more about it. Good to see you, my dear.
Hi.
I want to ask you, we've talked a lot about this. Out of the gate, good idea or bad to have a child with basically just a friend?
Well, actually, I think it's not a bad idea.
Really?
Yes.
And what's your logic?
Well, here's the logic, is that it's a business deal. All right? And when people do business deals, they keep things clear and clean, and everybody knows...
Nothing is clear and clean with kids, though. I have to disagree.
No, I'm sure that's true. But I'm saying, like, we know the kids' responsibility is the dads on Monday, Thursday, and Friday, or whatever, and the mothers on the other days.
Right.
And so they have to make deals. They're forced to make deals because they're not lovers. And the emotions are gone out of it.
See, okay, so I had to ask you, I have three kids, happily married, but so many of the decisions that you make as a parent, you make together based on your values and your morals and your religion. And so if you don't have that commonality, doesn't that really make it complicated? And
well,
what do the kids then
true.
believe?
If you're going to do it with if you're going to have a baby with a friend, you better get in touch with those things and see if you agree on
discuss
things.
all those things ahead of time.
Right, because one of them could have drugs in the home or something, or be very different lifestyle. But I'm assuming that this is very well checked out and worked out, and with a lawyer, all of those kind of things.
But let me ask you, as a relationship expert, would a child suffer to have two parents who aren't in love? Because we talk about kids mirroring their parents or seeing a loving relationship.
Right.
If their mom and dad are just friends, could the child suffer or no?
I don't know. See, one of the problems is that couples fight about the kids, and they probably won't be fighting as much about the kids. So seeing a loving relationship, it's a loving relationship, but at the same time, there are lots of problems.
You know, last week we talked about Snooki and her pregnancy.
Yeah.
Do you think that having a kid makes people grow up? Because that's the discussion we had about her.
I'm going to say yes and no. Of course, some people will never change, right? And I think Snooki's probably one of those people, all right? I don't see her growing up because she has a kid. But I will tell you that in my psychology practice, what I find is I have some teenagers that come in and they're kind of crazy and wild and doing drugs and all kinds of things. They get pregnant, they go clean.
Wow.
So it can make a difference.
Right, they stop smoking, they stop drinking, they stop everything. And I mean, I'm actually amazed that they can do it. They're like, I'm not hurting this baby. I mean, hurting me was okay,
right.
but not this baby.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing stuff. So we're out of time, but the bottom line is, if a couple came to you as friends and we said, we want to have a baby as friends, you wouldn't be opposed to it.
Not at all.
Wow. We're not going to do that, no, but it could happen.
And to each their own. It wouldn't work for some people. Maybe it would for others.
No,
Carolyn,
not everyone.
Good to see you. Thanks for the insights. More and more Americans are doing it, so it's fascinating.
They're more single people.
Absolutely. And don't forget, the movie opens up this Friday. It looks to be fascinating.
It's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a comedy for sure. It'll open in theaters everywhere on Friday. Up next, we're going to cook a little meal.
All right.
Whether you're
smell it.
Whether you're single or married, you want an easy meal to cook tonight, you can do it in 10 minutes, and I'll teach you how next.